Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So here we are in Erlenberg in the Tier 5 Leopard. Buddy of mine, Inbound Pug, he's in my clan, had sent me a replay he had in this Leopard a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. And I told him, and I hate doing this, I'm probably uh, critique team members or platoon mates more than I do guys that just send me a replay. And I felt bad, but I told him I wasn't gonna put his replay up because it was just, I don't want to say boring, but he just kind of sat back and he was sniping. And so I told him, I said, I don't want to put it up because people just, they won't want to watch it. And it just, I felt bad though, I really did, because he's a great guy. He's a real good player. He can wield a light tank like no other. I mean, he's really good at light tanks, heavy tanks, pretty much good at about everything he can play. So anyways, he sent me this one, and right in his comments he said, action packed. so I felt bad. It's kind of him telling me, hey, this time don't worry, I'm not going to sit back and snipe. So I watched it, and I got to say he was right. This was definitely more action-packed replay. So I was pretty happy with the outcome and how well he did and stuff. Which I can't. He sent me like pictures of the actual post-game stats, but they were kind of like thumbnails or something. I couldn't get them big to really look at them. And but anyway, so we'll just have to go by what we see and the damage that he does. Now, one thing I noticed right off the bat is he doesn't carry a single premium round, which I gotta say, personally, that's very impressive. Myself, I would probably carry, I don't know how many rounds he gets per magazine. Quick count, I'd say that was probably about 12 or 15 rounds in that magazine. I would probably carry one, maybe 2 rounds, just in case you come across something you just can't penetrate, because you don't want to end up getting it down to you versus 5 and just rip that dude up. You don't want to get it down to just you versus 5 or something. You got one of the enemy tanks you just cannot penetrate to save your life. And if you would have brought, a magazine of premium, you could have went right through them and got a Colibanov's medal. But I mean, the penetration difference isn't huge. It's not 95 for the standard, and average damage is 30, and the APCR is 110. So there's only 10 more millimeters of penetration, but like I said, that might make the difference between being able to go through the front of something if that's all you get shots at and winning the game, or possibly those were all criticals. That was kind of crazy. It looked like 3 of them hit him and all 3 were criticals. But yeah, so he's lighting up the enemy team. He's getting shots off at him. And he takes that, he just took that guy out. He had must have been 5 hit points left, and he finished him off. So he starts getting a little antsy here, I think, and he's seeing that the enemies are starting to dwindle, and he's a lot like me when it comes to damage. He's a damage whore. He's a damage whore like me. He wants as much damage as he can, which I don't blame him, because the more damage you get, the higher WNA you get, the better stats you get. So he goes pushing in with this T-37, and they basically come up and flank these guys and start getting shots on the sides and backs. Now, I think I've got maybe 5 matches in my Leopard, the Tier 5 Leopard. I don't know what it is about it. Whenever it seems like I play it, I just do phenomenally bad. That's just me. Me and light tanks go hand in hand with shittiness. For some reason, I just cannot play light tanks for the crap. I think what it is I get, you just took out artillery there. I think I just I push too far, too fast, and I don't have backup. I overcommit, and then it ends up costing me. If I played a little more cautious, I'd probably do a lot better. But he's getting shots on this bishop. Now the only drawback, obviously, is this is an auto loader, and he gets that guy down to. He left him with just a handful of hit points. Yeah, 105, and this P2640 is going to go up here and steal his kill from him. The load time, I should ask him what his complete load time is, because that seemed kind of lengthy. But they're coming down like a hammer against steel against this team here. They're doing really good, whipping right through them. But this, now this I was pretty impressed. This is the magic when your auto loader is getting down to that last shell, and you know, you knock somebody's ammo rack out and they don't have time to fix it. This is what usually happens. Boom! Just popped his top. So what happened was with the autoloader, you know, if it would have been a single shot, bang, he backs up. If he would have, you know, knocked the guy's ammo rack out, more than likely he would have fixed his ammo rack real quick. But now with an autoloader, you usually don't have the, you know, quick speed of click, click, you know. So he hits his ammo rack, knocks out a round or two after that, hits it again, and pops his top. So yeah, that was an awesome takedown right there, that medium tank. And that bumped him up, you know, quite a bit. 480 damage just in that one volley right there. You know, bumped him up substantially to 13, 16 in damage. It was really nice. It's always nice to get an ammo rack when they still have a lot of hit points. You know, it really sucks when you know, they start out at, you know, 2,700 hit points, and you know, you whittle them down, you take some damage, you whittle them down, take some more damage, you get them down, and damn, tore him up. But you get them down to like 50 hit points, and then you hit them and knock out their ammo rack, and it pops their top. It's like, couldn't that have happened like, you know, 10 minutes ago? So it looks like all they have is this T150. Now that would be one I would be afraid that I wouldn't go through the front. T150's got really good frontal armor. But as you can see, the aim is not really too hot on the T150. But that's all she wrote. So 1,585 damage, 779 assisted. He didn't get hit one time. I don't think he actually even got shot at. So, oh, look at that. He got a heart. His wife must have got him that for Valentine's Day. And he's from Canada. We won't hold that against him. You know, there are some pretty good guys from Canada, and Inbound would be one of them. Yeah, he's one of my better friends. I've actually met him a couple times. Yep. But, yeah, so I was pretty impressed with this match. If, you know, you put this Leopard in the right hands, you can wield some good damage with this thing. Unfortunately for me, oh, looks like he's got it all, he's got 3 marked, I think. He's got to have that 3 marked. It's hard to see in that little 22 barrel sticking out there. Yeah, that's got to be 3 marked. So yeah, it's pretty impressive. He likes playing this little thing. I hear him, you know, tell me a lot of times, oh, I took this out and did this, or I did this in my Leopard. So he really likes it. And hey, that's the part about World of Tanks is, you know, a lot of people, you know, hold it against somebody if they've got decent stats and they're downplaying a tier 3 or tier 4. You know, hey, they paid money for that tank, or they researched that tank. Just because they've got good stats doesn't give them, you know, they should not have the right to play that tank. You know, if it's something they enjoy playing, you know, just, you know, leave it be. He wants to play the tank, or they want to play the tank that, you know, they paid for or they earned. You know, just because they, like I said, just because they got good stats, it shouldn't be, oh, look at that. Got a seal clubber down here. He's down here seal club. You know, hey, if he wants to play a tier 3, then, you know, that's fine. He paid for the tank. The thing that I don't like to see is when somebody has like a tier 2, tier 3, even like some tier 4s, and they'll have, you know, 3,000 matches in this little tier 3. It just basically that's what they do is they just seal club. That's all they do is seal club. All their tanks up tier. Their highest matches, 1,300 on up, or 1,500 and 1,200 and 3,000 matches, and it's all in tier twos and threes. Now that's just that I don't like. That's just all it is a seal clubber. Um, but if somebody gets down there and does an occasional low tier match, then hey, they paid for the tank or they earned the tank, then they should have the right to play it. But anyways, yeah, so good job to you there, Inbound. Very impressive, I must say. But I hope you guys enjoyed this match as much as I did. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.